You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, as you know, I'm not the only one who has opinions on relationship matters. So every now and again, I bring someone on to discuss the issues with me. And today I've got Delphine. Say hi, Delphine.
Hey, how's it going?
Delphine is a YouTuber. She's lots of other things as well, but I will let her tell you about her YouTube channel. Delphine.
Okay, so my YouTube channel is called The Delphinator TV. I put out fun and quirky videos, reviews, previews, what have yous, and anything and everything I find interesting on TV. So yeah, I talk about movies a lot, and I put out videos every Friday. Every Friday,
12 noon, most of the time. So check her out and make sure you subscribe. This is the first from me. For those of you who watch my videos often, you know that when I'm here at home on my couch, I'm alone, you know, talking about the things I talk about.
But I'm here now.
She's here now. So this is the first. She's not my first guest ever, but she's my first guest on the couch.
On the couch.
So congratulations. So today, Delphine and I are going to be talking about something that I saw online, and I've asked Delphine and she's seen it as well. There's a video online of Creflo talking about, you know, questions to ask when you're in a serious relationship.
Because, you know, church folks can hide behind the church and not let you know what the real deal is. And that's why I say, single people, if you're dating somebody, you need to ask 1,000 questions during the dating process.
Some really deep questions. I'll probably link it in the description below. But in the video, he talked about some serious questions that people that are dating seriously or about to get married should ask each other, should ask their partner, just to know what they're getting into. And he made a lot of sense, because I think a lot of couples these days, people just dating or people that are about to get married, they don't ask the real questions. But from the questions that, because Creflo did list a whole bunch, some of them didn't seem so realistic or pragmatic to me. So my idea, or the idea for this video, is for myself and Delphine to go through the questions and to, you know, give our own opinions about them, and to also say when we think it's right to ask those questions. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense. You're good to go?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so grab your phones. So we've got them on our phones. So the way it's going to work is that I'm going to ask a question, then Del will ask a question. These are the same questions that Creflo asked in the video. And here we go. So the first question is, what's your motive? Like, you asking your partner or the person you're dating or whatever you're engaged to, what's your motive? Why are you here? For me, what's your motive? That's, personally, I wouldn't say I like full disclosure. I kind of do. Maybe like 90% disclosure. Some things like financial things I tend to keep to myself, or maybe that, like knowing my bank statements, I'm even answering a question that's further down the road. Yeah. But 90% full disclosure. So I like to know stuff. So what's your motive? I see myself asking that question like when it's apparent to both of us that we like each other. So I want to know if if you're here, if we're hanging out because you just want to hang out, or you're looking for a life partner. So I think time-wise, although you don't have to attach time to this kind of thing, I would ask that kind of question maybe after about 3 months of hanging out. Yeah, so that's me. What about you, Delphine?
In terms of time?
In terms of
generally speaking,
the question itself, what's your motive?
Oh, definitely. Like, I mean, we're not children anymore. Like you said, this is about people who are in serious relationships. So I would assume that we're not just joking around. So at least I don't want to joke around. I don't have time to joke around. So the question is very pertinent. Like, you have to ask, you know.
But so, would you ask in those exact same words, like what's your motive, or would you say something like what are we doing here, which is typically
what I would say is, what do you want from me? Wow. That sounds like what I'd say, honestly, yeah. Okay. Maybe because I've asked those exact questions. That exact question with those exact words. So,
right. Yeah. Okay, and how far into the hanging out or the relationship do you think it's right to ask that kind of question?
I don't think there's any like hard and fast rule, you know. It all depends on the climate of the relationship, the vibes, exactly. That's the right word, you know, before you realize when it's time, you know, to ask that sort of question.
Okay. I don't think I've ever asked that question.
Really? So how did you, like, you guys just...
Typically, that's the kind of question that women ask. What's your motive, or what are we doing here?
Okay, so why haven't you ever asked? Is it that the woman asked before you, or what exactly happened?
Yeah, women tend to ask. I think time basically is different for women than it is for men.
Yeah,
there you go. So a lot of women don't want to waste their time.
Like we have biological clocks.
apparently. Yeah, so.
And I hear it's really expensive to freeze your eggs.
Wow. You've done the research. So moving on to the next question, which is Dell's question.
Okay, how important is fitness to you?
How important is fitness to you? Okay, so you go.
Okay, I would say it's important. Not that I'm some fitness junkie. Honestly speaking, sadly, I do not work out as much as I'm supposed to.
All this is just good genes.
Yes, God is just helping my life, my situation. I used to run at some point, but for some reason, I don't know where I stopped.
Okay.
But fitness is important. Like, I want to see that you care about your body. I mean.
Okay, so how do you feel about, pot bellies and, the guy just, walking up a flight of stairs by the second, third floor is panting and all that? So is that an issue?
Well, yeah, to a certain extent. Like, even if you do have one, I'd like to see that you're doing something about it.
Right.
You're not just comfortable.
Okay.
In your fluff.
And in your bulging tummy. For me, how important is fitness to you? I think I said in a video, one of my earlier videos here on the channel, that fitness is important. I like a woman who stays in shape. It's a personal thing. And aside from me liking that generally, physical fitness is important for you, as an individual.
Yes,
we all need to be healthy for your health, to have a good quality of life and to live longer, I guess. So yeah, it's important to me. As per when to ask that question, I don't know. The funny thing is that when you hang out with someone, you would know if they go to the gym or if they run.
Yeah, if they care
about it or what they eat.
Next question.
When can I meet your dad?
Okay.
When can I meet your dad? Okay, obviously this is the kind of question you ask when things are really serious. Really serious.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Typically, ideally, but there's some people who they may use that to manipulate or to get closer to you. Like you may meet a guy like at the beginning of the month. By the end of the month, he wants to meet your family.
Yeah.
It's like too soon. Like intentionally meet your family. Like why? So
what do you want?
What do you want? What are you trying to win them over or something so that they can help your cause? So, but when can I meet your dad? If a woman were to ask me that, or to meet my parents, by extension. Well, I guess basically it's when we're really serious, I guess, because even at some point you probably run into them.
Yes, at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
Maybe.
So that's how I feel about that. What do you feel about that, though?
I think I agree with you. Like, I don't know, man. Like,
how would you react to that? It's like, Delphine, when can I meet your father? And your dad is a cool dude.
My dad is cool, yeah. So yeah, I can imagine that anybody would gel with my family. I mean, well, yeah, from my past relationships, yes, my family have been cool with whoever it is I was dating. So, well, I don't know that I would like for it to happen organically as opposed to saying, when can I meet your dad? Like, chill, calm down. It will happen one day. Just calm down. Okay. Bring your chest down.
Next question.
Okay, how many kids do you want to have? I'm really curious to hear what you have to say about this.
Okay.
But for me though, like I grew up in a small family. Well, small in the sense that I only have one sibling,
right?
But big in the sense that we always had people in our house. My house was like a hotel. Like,
wow.
Yeah, I didn't have a room to myself till I was 17 or 18.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. My parents have huge hearts, and I think it's also a flaw. Okay. When you can't say no sometimes, But anyway, that was that. So in terms of my experience as a person growing up with just one sibling.
Okay.
Growing up, I always wanted younger ones. As last born, I had a lot of domestic activities attached to myself, so I wanted smaller people, minions that I could send about. No, that's just by the way. But seriously speaking, I wanted other like siblings. So maybe, just maybe, growing up, I wanted like 4 kids.
Okay.
But now, in the reality of Nigeria, recession,
with world
life
generally,
bringing kids into this evil world, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I'm thinking like 2.
2?
At most.
Like your parents?
Yeah, at most 3. At most 3, yeah.
Okay.
I think 4 is too many, and I think 3, let's do 3. I think 2 is too little and 4 too many, so average of 3. God willing.
God willing.
Yes.
3 is just right.
3 is just right.
Okay. For me, Okay, so the question is, how many kids do you want to have? Wow.
What? Just answer.
Delphine, I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet if I want to have children.
Are you serious, Tito? Hey, tekele, Arubo Jack.
I was keen on getting Delphine's reaction on camera, so I didn't, run that by her earlier.
Are you serious?
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Are you sure you're Nigerian?
I am very much Nigerian. I'm very much Nigerian.
This is a very abroad mentality.
Well, that's the funny thing, and I may do a video about it, and an individual video about it, because there are people who out there who don't want to get married.
Yeah,
we know that. Wait,
let's clarify. You want to get married?
I do want to get married, but I'm not sure where I stand on kids yet.
So do you want to talk about why?
Not here, not today, but probably in another video.
I will look out for that video.
Look out for that video. Even this back and forth may not even make it to this video. It just depends on how I feel about it. But
right.
I think there are lots of people out there who feel the same way. People who don't want kids, or who are not sure they want kids. People who just want one. But it's such a societal hot, potato. I will reserve it for a separate video, and it's very controversial. Let's not go there. But I've answered. I've answered.
Yeah.
Okay, so whose question is next? My question, right?
Yeah.
Are your parents still together? This is a simple question to answer. Yes, my parents are still together. I see why it's relevant, kind of. You want to know what you're getting into, I guess.
Yeah, like what sort of mindset the person has.
Or if they're from a broken home and whatnot. When someone should ask this question, I don't know, maybe when you guys are comfortable with each other, because it's a bit personal. Because if someone's parents aren't together, it's a bit of a touchy subject. But if they are, like, hey,
it's normal,
it's not so, but there's no way you know until they ask. So I think it's until you're both close to each other. What do you think?
I pretty much agree with you. Like, it's a good question to ask. Trust me, because. Like I know a couple who both of them come from broken homes, and the reason why they're still together is because that resolve is there. They don't want to end up the way their parents are. So that's another angle.
When do you think is a good time?
I don't know. Honestly, not sure about that.
Your question.
Okay, back to the kids. Will you get
another one about kids?
Will you get upset if we don't have kids? So this is pretty much preempting how many kids do you want to have?
It's deep, right? It's a very deep question when you think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you asking the guy, will you get upset?
Me asking the guy.
Will you get upset if we
because
don't, or if it
generally
takes longer
speaking,
than,
that's this assuming I'm gonna get married to a Nigerian guy.
Okay.
Nigerians pride in the fact that
they have offspring.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the word, offspring. Just imagine if the guy was Igbo.
Okay, what's that got to do with anything?
No, Igbos
don't joke. Yes.
With first of all a child, the second a male child.
Yeah.
So
so
cultural issues, family backgrounds, all of that still has a play in all of this.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm next, right? How do you act when you get angry? Do you throw things? Do you cuss? Do you hit? Okay, so if a woman were to ask me, so is it? I'm asking the woman.
You're asking
I'm asking
woman,
her.
yes.
Okay, that's a good question to ask, though. And I think you can ask that really early.
Yeah,
early. The kind of question you can ask, like, jokingly. So yeah, why I would want to know? I just want to know. Yeah, because how my future spouse handles confrontation or handles anger issues, and because Nigeria is a very tense, it can be a difficult place to live in. So how she handles that, I want to know. I want to know if I'm going to be wiping tears and coming home to a sub party. No, I'd like to know so I can prepare myself. I'd like to know how she handles these things. That's just me. So yeah. How about you?
Yes, definitely. Like this one is touchy for us women to ask, because you want to know that you're not getting into some sort of
physical,
domestic abuse type of relationship, So, but the thing is, will the guy actually answer honestly? If he has ever hit a woman before, would he tell you that? So You can't know until you know, if you know what I mean.
But then some people say, did you
there
ask?
Are signs.
I mean, yeah, there are signs, and that kind of getting that kind of information is basically observing behavior rather than asking.
Rather than asking, because honestly, if he has hit someone before or a woman before, he's not going to tell you that. So.
Yeah, but. Yeah, but when
a woman wants security. So from the beginning, like, what are you doing with your life?
A job?
Yeah, like
when?
What am I bringing to the table? We're still working on that.
No, okay, when I'm thinking about asking her to marry me. But even then, I don't know if I'd ask how much do you make. I should, you know, ideally, you should acquire things, but hey, okay, wow. Do you see? Wow. It just clicked.